Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Esther, and I am the brand manager for Study Now Abuja branch here in Nigeria. And I'm happy to meet everyone here this afternoon. And just as a way of introduction, basically, Study Now is an international recruitment agency. Basically, we assist international students to secure admission into the university. And this afternoon, right now, our focus is with the study group. And right now, I'm going to be leaving the stage for the study group team to introduce themselves and go straight into the webinar. And just to also let our viewer to understand that in the course of the webinar, there's going to be a room for questions. So please feel free to drop your question and we're here to answer. Study group team, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Asta. So I will introduce myself. My name is Yasmin Mohamed, and I work as partner sales manager at Study Group. Me and Study Now, we work together closely, and I look after their account at Study Group. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you, everyone, joining this session. My name is Rondong Lu. I'm the recruitment manager in Study Group. My job is to support Yasmin and Study Now for students' applications. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lexi Liu. I'm the head of partner student recruitment. And here today, I am the one that presenting all these slides and also answer questions you may have about Huddersfield, London. So ideally, and all of you are going to see my screen. I'm going to go full screen now. So please, once again, if you have any questions, please use that common questions, put that on there, and then we're going to have some Q&A at the end of the presentation. So welcome to the sessions for Huddersfield, London. So hopefully now we are knowing Huddersfield, London for a little bit. So Huddersfield, London campus is actually a brand new campus for all the students. And then the student profile of Huddersfield, London, as we can actually imagine, would be a matured student who have already have their bachelor degrees in their home country. And then they are searching for an industry-led academic experience in a capital city called London. So which means that, for a student who ready to study for Huddersfield, London, we can actually take as many years study gap as you can imagine. We welcome students who have a lot of work experience to study at Huddersfield, London. So we wanted to bring that academic skills that you've learned from the past, from your experience, and also applies that theoretical skills to your practical career teaching later on. So why we choose Huddersfield London campus? For those of you who know Huddersfield London, you probably know that is actually a top 500 QS rankings all around the world. And then for Huddersfield London Business School has been awarded for the Business School of the Year. And it is actually a credit for the AACSBs for international. And then it's only 6% of that business schools all around the world has been accredited on that. So with it, which means that you are actually learning from the best of the business school. In terms of employability, and this is definitely one of the key selling points for Huddersfield London. As I imagined just the one slide before, that all these Huddersfield students that we would like is to actually searching for the employability at the end of the progressional, at the end of the postgraduate degrees. Huddersfield London is actually having 5 QS stars for the employability. 94% of their students, postgraduate students, are actually going for the work or further studies within 15 months. And that is the good result for Huddersfield London student. And then London, as obviously, is ranked on the number 1 for the student city. Again, is a no-brainer. London is definitely the best city that you can imagine for international students to study. And then our Huddersfield London campus is just located in the east end of that part, which is located on the Sugar House Island. And then I will give you a little bit more details on where we are. So, you probably already know about Sugar House Island area, which is located in the east part. This is a red dot here that you can see. This is exactly where we pinpoint Huddersfield, London. And if you're familiar with a little bit about London, you probably heard those kind of business district area, which is called Canary Wharf. And our Huddersfield London campus is just so close to those kind of areas. And you probably heard a Westerfield Stamford shopping centre that opens doors to a lot of bars, restaurants, and shopping malls, etc., to allow students to have some convenience shops and maybe later on have some part-time jobs there. So it opens to all these possibilities for our international students. And you probably want to know how we're going to get there or how convenient will be into Huddersfield, London. We're all international students, and then we would imagine there are the 4 international airports that you will be landed in the Greater London. So you can see at the bottom of the slide, this is actually how far you're going to travel from those international airports to our London campus. And then London is very, very convenient, has a very good public, commuting systems. So you're going to jump into the underground, or we call it tube services, and you're looking for the DLRA, and then Pudding Mill Lane is the closest station. And we are only talking about 5 minutes walk away from this London campus. If we zoom out a bit, so you can see this is kind of, the rivers that you can know. This is the River Tyne in Greater London. And then there's lots of landmarks that you're aware of. You've got your Sharks, your Tower, your Big Bens, and your Tower of the London. You've got the Canary Wharf that I just mentioned, which is the business district area. And then we've got Sugar House Island, just located for that Huddersfield, London. So you can see how convenient and how closely we are into those kind of, landmarks that you're aware of. And we also have those kind of tube service areas that you can see how to get there. And then I just say, jump into the DLR services, and Pudding Mill Lane is your stop and station to go for Huddersfield Island and Huddersfield London campus. So I've got a little bit of videos to see 5 things near Sugar House Island and what you're going to do nearby. So please sit back and enjoy. Okay, so you can probably see there's a lot of things like parks, etc. And then you'll probably heard from one of our lovely partners who have actually their first impressions to Huddersfield as well. And just to hear some pictures that you can see, and this is actually the facilities that you are going to have if you join us for this September. It's a brand new kind of campus, and all the facilities that you can imagine is brand new for you. So let's have another video and to see, I just mentioned our agent and also our colleagues will be there for Huddersfield London at the beginning of the year, and what is their kind of first impression about our campus.
I find the campus absolutely beautiful. It's new. It's very accessible. There's Tube Station, there's Stratford Station, there's also the London Light Dock Thames Rail. It's in a beautiful development on the island, so it's a superb location. It's very, very affordable in comparison to other London universities.
I think the location is pretty good. I walk from the tube station. I just have a little bit of walk to the campus. I really like the way to walk here. I go through the park, the river. Everything looks so new and so quiet, so nice.
Okay, so I guess those areas and first impressions are quite important for you or any student to actually come to study and also to enjoy the life nearby as well. I've got another one, so you can actually see what is a brief introductions about Huddersfield, London. Quite short and sweet one. Okay, cool. So now let's just into the business. So you probably have some certain of ideas of Huddersfield London through all those videos and contents that you've just seen. But what kind of programs that we're going to offer for Huddersfield London? So currently we only offer postgraduate taught program and only 6 programs that sits within our intakes. As you can see, that 5 of them are actually belongs to business school. And then the business school for Huddersfield London is the business school of the year. And we have in those kind of credibilities as well. And in terms of the, intakes, similar like the other kind of universities, we have September intake and also January intake to welcome students to join us. It's a year-long full-time period of the studies. So students were probably eligible for go for the PSWs later on. In terms of the entry requirements for academic, so we have actually requires the 2-2 or equivalent. It is really important to see your local universities and transparent to that 2-2 for the UK's. And then my colleagues here join us today, Yasmin and also Rondon, going to help you to kind of transfer the credit into 2-2 equivalent. And English-wise, we really accept, academic English at IELTS for 6.0, no skill than 5.5.
Okay.
Hello, Yasmin, do you want to say something? Hello, Yasmin.
Yes.
Do you want to say something? Because you...
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have an issue. It keeps repeating itself.
Okay, so is it me repeating myself?
That's fine. Yasmin, if you keep yourself on mute, then it's fine.
So you can carry on.
All right. Okay. Thanks. Right. So in terms of, English, as I said, it's IELTS 6.0, no skills less than 5.5. So that is actually our standard kind of entry requirements for IELTS. We also accept a wide range of other English qualifications, for example, PTEs, Oxford ELLTs, and we also have waivers for lots of, countries, for example, AWACS, and also, students from, Nigeria as well. We can waive their English. So it really depends on your case. If you actually experience anything different, we can actually box up for discussions as well. And fees-wise, we are actually mirrored exactly what others, the Huddersfields, do. So if you check their Huddersfield main website, the fees-wise are exactly the same as for London campus. So which means that you are actually only paying the top 500 QS ranking ones, but you also have these kind of opportunities and also exposed for the employabilities in the capital city in London. So we are talking about maybe just around on average £18,000, We also have a wide range of scholarships as well. So you can see that we have merit scholarship, which means that we are actually giving out the scholarship based on your score that you've done for the bachelor's. And that merit scholarship is actually automatically applies to your offers, which means when you submit your transcript and also the certificate, our admission team will do the application analysis and assessment. And then if they think that you are an academic able student and then can achieve a first class equivalent, you will actually get up to £4,000 scholarship from that. So let's do mathematics. For example, you would like to do MSc management, and then the tuition fee is 17,600. And you are an academic able student, so we can give you up to £4,000 scholarship automatically deducted on your tuition fee, which means the net fee for you to join join Huddersfield London will be the £13,600. And that fee is a very, very competitive tuition fees, especially in London. So I'll pause for a bit and then you can probably think about it. What kind of academic scores that I can have in order to achieve that. Terms wise, I just mentioned we have September and the January intake. Please mark on your calendar, 29th of September. That is our first intake, first cohort to welcome Huddersfield London campus student. And then I mentioned that is a full year long, which means it's a taught course. And then in the summer, you will have your consultations, group work, and you will have a lot of kind of dissertations, a project that you have to deal with in the summertime. We also have processional English, if you need it. So processional English is actually currently we're offering 6 weeks and also 8 weeks. And those are the fees that you actually can see on the screen. And unfortunately, for the 8 weeks wise, we already closed our application and also the acceptance deadlines for that. But for students who are actually go for the 6 weeks, you can see that is the deadline for the application and also the deadlines for the acceptance, the conditions. And this processional English is completely online, which means a student doesn't need to actually go for class or etc. So you can join in your home, and then we're going to progress to the master's course later on once you pass that. So this is kind of the entry requirements that you can see, because we required 6.0 and then no skills less than 5.5. And this is your kind of entry points in order to go for 6 weeks or 8 weeks. We can not only just accept the IELTS, we can accept Oxford ELLT, we can accept the PTEs, we can accept the TOEFL as a comparisons to IELTS to accept to pre-sessional English. So which means you can actually take a lot of English qualifications as much as possible in order to join. Here are some Q&A questions that you might have for the processional. I won't read word by word, but just let you know it's an online processional, so there is no class needed in order to join this program. And it actually applies for 6 weeks currently, because the 8 weeks has already passed the deadline. And we do having a test at the end of this processional in order to progress to our main master course. Okay. And we do require receipts if you fail one of them. And here is the passing marks that we experienced before within the team. So 97% of the students actually pass within one attempt for this processional English. So I guess it's a very, very good result for the progressions. And when it comes to the class deadline, so you can see I mentioned 29th of September would be our first cohort for join our London campus. So you can see our class deadlines is probably around 4 weeks to 6 weeks before the course start date. It really depends on your nationalities and what kind of services that you're going to go for. And so here is the list. If you cannot actually see very well because of the front of the screen, you can welcome to search for our website, which is london.huds.ac.uk. Every information that we actually presented here today will be listed on our website, and you can search your nationalities and countries that you're going to apply for visas there, and then you can tell what is the CAS deadline for you. I already mentioned that we have got a very, very competitive tuition fees and scholarship. On top of that, we also have a payment plan. So which means allow students to pay in different installments. And so that doesn't need to pay in one go. Of course, we are very welcome for students to do that. But for students who have a little bit struggling with the finance at the moment, and then they can do a different installments, as I listed on these slides. So I know that our audience are normally all from Africa. So you can see at the end of the second, row on this table. So to confirm the place at Huddersfield, London, you can only pay for 260. And then before CAS, we need £4,000, which means before CAS, the student pay for 4,260. And then you can pay in 2 different installments in each of the terms, 1 month before the course start date. So it allows students to ease their financial situations as well. So in terms of the admissions and CAS insurance, so now we are opened the CAS insurance for all the students. So if you already are, an offer holder, and then you already pass those kind of conditions on your screen, on the offers, you are able to do the CAS already. So all the admissions and CAS insurance has been dealt with study group, which means for our partners, for our agent, you don't need to deal with another branch of person. You can only just deal with, my colleagues Rondon or Yasmin if you experience any turnaround time or delays for our admissions and CAS. So, just like you guys know, our CAS has already, been issued for quite a lot of students. So you're very welcome to issue the CAS if you already met the conditions. Employability, I just mentioned at the very beginning of the presentation, employability is our key message, key selling point for Huddersfield, London. And I don't want to just you guys to hear from me. And then please join us for these videos. Our director of industry engagement, and he will actually tell you how important and what are the 3 reasons to be excited about our global careers.
The future of The future of work is changing fast. These are my 3 reasons to be excited about your future global career. And trust me, you'll want to stick around until the end when you'll hear about a very special opportunity that awaits our students. Number 1, change is normal and full of new opportunities. Global leaders have said that the pace of change is the fastest it's ever been and the slowest it will ever be again. That means new industries, new jobs, and new ways to grow. You'll find amazing opportunities here in London. Number 2, technology and climate change are creating the jobs of tomorrow. Big data and sustainability specialist roles are growing fast, and we're seeing totally new professions. All new jobs will need core skills. When you learn these new skills at the University of Huddersfield, London, you'll be ready to stand out. Number 3, I've got good news for you. Today, there are many more companies that work across borders. They want people who understand different cultures, speak more than one language, and work well in teams. Your international background is a strength. We will support you to use that to connect, lead, and succeed. Now for a highlight of our distinctive offering. We're partnered with Student Circus, a specialist job readiness platform designed specifically for international students, and CareerSet, an AI-powered digital tool to assess and optimize CVs, cover letters, and your LinkedIn profile. The future of work is changing fast. At the University of Huddersfield, London, We don't just prepare you for that future, we help you shape it. Wherever you want to go, we'll help you get there.
He is our Director of Industry Engagement. You probably heard a lot of universities talking about their career services and what they provide for the international student. But what is actually Huddersfield London doing, and why makes Huddersfield London stand out is the connections. Okay, so Matthew and his team is actually doing absolutely fantastic jobs to link whatever you have before and whatever you learned from Huddersfield London and apply that to and our local industries as well. I'm not going to read through all that details. This presentation is going to share that with you later on, so you can have a read on what is actually his passion about it. Matthew has mentioned student circuses. This is actually a third party that we work with, Huddersfield London. So students, especially international students, they are actually providing a massive amount of jobs that they can actually provide for internships, and also later on for their employabilities as well. And this is only applies to our Huddersfield London campus students. So students who join us for all these study group pathways, they are not allowed to access it. For students who join Huddersfield main campus, they are not on this kind of services as well. So you already, once you join in for Huddersfield London in day one, you've been providing a passing code to log in this kind of student circus to searching for potential jobs based on your experience. They have a lot of successful stories. I'm not going to play that to you on here. If you are interested in that, please do your own research. Their name is called Student Circus. You're probably thinking that, okay, so I don't have an updated CV, or maybe my cover letter is not doing very well to adapt to a UK market. Don't worry about it. We have another third party, which is called Career Set. They are actually using AI-powered tool to correcting your CVs based on your experience and also cover letters. So we're using those kind of AI tools to correct it, the services, that we avoid those kind of manual services that for you. But our team for the career services are actually just providing those kind of opportunities tailored, designed for yourself. Once again, they are actually online. If you feel like you want to search for that, please, you're very welcome to Google that. And once again, those is only provided for our students who are actually going to join us for Huddersfield London. In terms of accommodation, so we do have a third party again called Amber Student. So we actually having those kind of admission page. Once student confirmed with us, we will actually sending you an email saying that you can actually apply for your accommodation. And then you can link that page to the Amber services, and you can choose your type of accommodation that you would like to have based on your financial situations. Of course, you don't have to book your student accommodations with us. You can actually have peers, you can have families around as well. So you can actually stay together. But no matter where you're going to stay, please stay close. Because a lot of services that I just mentioned in terms of accommodation, in terms of academic, in terms of English, and also employabilities are quite close and packed into our campuses. And no matter and where you're going to stay close and stay safely. The Huddersfield London campus, the east part of England, are very, very famous for affordability. And also there is a large group of, and diversities there. So you wouldn't feel like, okay, I am not welcome for London's. There is a lot of local food that you can actually imagine as well. So please stay close and also stay safe in that. And I think that is the end of my presentation. So I'm going to stop sharing now.
Thank you very much, Lexi, for the presentation. So if anybody you have any questions, please feel free to write them in the chat box or to speak to us about them.
Thank you very much. That was a very good presentation. Personally, I'm so excited about the support in terms of the career, how you help students to, being in a new country, it's could be very dicey sometimes. So I'm actually excited that the school is actually helping students to like kickstart their career in terms of helping them to the CV, revamping, and the rest. Thank you so much. And so, if you're still there listening to us, you're watching us, this is Study Now webinar in collaboration with Study Group. And today our focus is University of Huddersfield. So if you have your question, please drop on the chat box so that the team can answer the question appropriately. And so while we wait for the question, I'd like to ask you a few questions. So for Nigeria market in particular, we know that most of our students, we have 2-2. So you mentioned the automatic scholarship. So if I'm coming from Nigeria and I have 2-2, what scholarship am I expecting? What amount of scholarship am I expecting?
So you already mentioned the merit scholarship. So 2-2 is normally 2.2, and then we have £2,000 scholarship deducted on the scholarship. So you don't have to apply. So all you need to do is just to grab the student transcript and submit it on your agent portal, and then our admissions will actually apply for that. You can actually see the original fee and then a scholarship you had, and then deducted on that if it's a 2-2 student.
Okay, very great. Okay, so then in terms of the admission, what is the turnaround time in terms of issuing of offer? Turnaround time.
Yasmin and Mongdong, you want to answer that?
Our turnaround time is 2 days after submission, so 48 hours turnaround time for that. And going back to the entry requirement, 2-2, so 2-2 is our minimum requirement. So whoever meeting the requirement for HUS London, it means that they will be automatically qualified for £2,000 scholarship. So if students have a 2-1, this is merit based, so the scholarship will be increased.
Yeah. Also, I have one point is that we need your transcript, your certificate, and your passport to issue the offer letter. So we don't ask for references or personal statements. So our process is very, very simple and straightforward. We don't do interviews for students from Nigeria or Kenya. So that's also another positive point of applying to Huddersfield, London. So our process, as I said, is very, very simple and straightforward. We only need your certificate, transcript, and passport, and English proof. So if you have work, we accept that as well. If you don't have it, then you will need to do an English test.
And then for Kenya student, I think we can accept the Kenya, the qualifications as well. And we do have, the domicile nationalities, scholarships for Kenya students up to 5K. So £5,000 for Kenya students. So that is, the domicile scholarship that I didn't mention on that, but because this applies to different nationalities. But we will provide you the list of the domicile countries later on for you guys. So you will know who is eligible for that scholarship. But other than that, merit scholarship is actually applied to every single student. I can see there is one question actually talking about third class, if we can actually accept it. The question is for third class student, unfortunately, we are not able to accept. But the good news about this September is I know that you are 2-2 equivalent, but if you are actually having 5% lower than 2-2, obviously it's actually equivalence to your own countries. So we can allow 5% of flexibilities on the standard kind of entry requirements for that. So which means it really depends on where are you coming from and what kind of universities or nationalities that you go for. And then we will have 5% of grace rate below the entry requirements. And that is only just for the September intake. So for students who are just missed the standard entry requirements, we are very, very much welcome them to apply for the September. So just to answer your question, Michael, and about the third class, but obviously for third class, officially, we are not accepting for Huddersfield, London, but obviously we are entering the clearing period now, which means 5% of the wiggle room that we can apply for this September. Of course, we are very welcome to encourage you to apply.
Also, he's asking to see the tuition fee table. So he's
right,
asking,
yes.
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah, sure. Let me just see.
If you are from Nigeria, our scholarship is merit-based. If you are from Kenya, you can get 5.
So ideally, Michael, you will see my screen on here. I'm gonna size up for you. So this is our tuition fee here. So we are talking about maybe 17, 18,000, depends on which course are you going to join. And then we have scholarship. Michael, if you are first class student, I'm sure you are, you can actually go for the first class, which up to the £4,000. So you can do your mathematics and then to see how much net fees that you're going to pay. And then just let you know, we do have payment plan for you as well. Can someone with an H&D in mechanical engineering get a top up or MSc admissions to study computer science related course? Okay, so if you already have a top up degrees on mechanical engineering and computer science, so we do require something like maths in there. So computing do requires some background for that. But if you have some kind of science background, we are very welcome for you to apply for that. I'm sure that is okay for the subject requirements. But in terms of academic requirements, if you already have your top-up degree, which is equivalent to the UK degrees, so I think you are very welcome to go for that. So your route is you have your H&D, you have your top-up, then you can actually go for computing science related. So yes, so you can actually apply. What is the payment plan? Payment plan. Hang on a minute. So this is the payment plan page. So I am sorry that you guys missed my presentation, but yes, so we actually talking about the payment plan, tuition fees, scholarship. But don't worry about it. We're going to send that to the our agent, so you guys have these kind of informations later on. Okay, and yes, so CAS issued before that. So for an Africa student, before CAS, we have to actually pay 4,260. So in total, before CAS is that price. And we have 2 installments for the rest of the outstanding fees. Okay.
I want to revisit the H&D question. Okay, for H&D student, we can offer a master in the Huddersfield main campus. So that is, you can do a 3 months pre-masters or 6 months, then go to a master program if you hold H&D. Unfortunately, for Hus London, the day session, the HUS London only accept a degree level, and then we only accept 2 as the lowest entry requirement. Anything below that, we can offer a pre-master program in Huddersfield University main campus. Thank you.
Thank you, Rondon. Thank you.
So the question
Okay,
we have.
all right, sorry. Can you also confirm if students that graduated from Benin Republic, are they able to get their master at Huddersfield? Benin Republic certificate, is it acceptable?
I'm not sure about Benin. I think we have to double check that because we don't get many students from Benin, and I think it will be subject to our academic manager to check the certificate for Benin.
Okay, that's fine because most Nigerian students actually got their certificate from Benin Republic, so it would be good if they could actually probably proceed for a pre-master or direct MSc. Yeah.
Okay, I will check that and get back to you on it.
Okay, thank you.
Lexi, do you have any information about
No, that's why I would like to see one of the examples. Obviously, Nigeria, we've got quite a lot of offer holders from Nigeria at the moment in the pipeline. So I can see if they having those kind of certificate, if they can accept it, then I assume that we can. But obviously, we can pick that, take that away, pick that up, and then get back to you.
Okay. So we have another question is, what's the payment plan? More importantly, what's the percentage to be paid before CAS is issued? So we will need 4,260 to confirm the place and to issue the CAS. 4,260, that's for the payment of the CAS plus confirmation of the place. And then before enrollment, we will ask for around 2,800 pounds before enrollment, and then the rest to be paid after starting the course. So that's the answer. So do you have any more questions for us?
Okay, so we'd like you to give us more information for a student coming from Turkey. Because for Study Now, we just opened our office in Turkey and would like to promote these videos. So we'd like to know that the requirement and the certificate also accepted. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
The payment plan for Turkey is the same. We ask for 4,260 to confirm the place and to issue the CAS. Lexi, for Turkey, the scholarship will be based merit or
no?
Okay.
Yeah, Turkey students can actually go for £5,000 as well. So students from Kenya, from Turkey are actually go for the £5,000. So just let you guys know. So we have diversity scholarship for those two nationalities.
Okay. Thank
okay.
you.
So he has a student for us, Michael. Oh, thank you very much. Please speak to Study Now and submit the application, and our admissions will assess. So you should receive the offer within 48 hours of submitting the application.
All right. I think in the absence of no other information, I believe we've come to the end of the seminar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so and if you're just joining us, or would like you to know that this is Study Now, and the webinar is brought to you in collaboration with Study Group. And today we just feature University of Huddersfield, and we are happy to help you in terms of submitting your application. So reach out to us today, and let's assist you to make your study abroad dream a reality. So thank you for joining us, and until we meet again, we like to say have a wonderful celebration. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you, and have a lovely weekend, all of you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.